Christ is in our midst. Welcome back. I'm Deacon Peter Seymour. I'm the Director of Communications for the Antiochian Archdiocese. Please join me again in welcoming His Eminence Metropolitan Saba for this interview, for the premium time he is giving us to answer all of your questions, or especially the most pressing ones that he is hearing across the Archdiocese. We had such a great interview the first time, a week ago, and now we had so much we wanted to ask him that we needed two parts. So thank you again, Sayyidina, for your time, for being with us today.
Thank you, Deacon Peter. Thank you. There is a big transition. The ministry in the Middle East is different from the ministry in the United States and Canada. Our faithful, you feel and you see how they are pious, they love their church, how they are committed to their church, and are waiting to know about their faith and to be fed spiritually. People love their church and they have a concern for future, for their children, for the new generation. What can we do for them? I hope to activate the diaconate for the men who are ready to dedicate some hours per week for special ministry in the parish. We should help our people to live in communion, to be one family, really one family, not by speech, not by words, by deed. HOS is a project to serve our students. How can we connect them with the local parish, which is the closest one to their university? We need to activate the royal priesthood of all the faithful. We have a role to play in pastoral ministry also. I am charged every day. I feel the grace of God.
You may recall in the first interview we talked about Sayyidina Saba's first year in the Archdiocese, all the pastoral visits he's making, the conferences and the conventions he's attended, and what he has learned in the first year since joining us in the Antiochian Orthodox Christian Archdiocese of North America. Today we would like to present to him your most pressing issues and questions. So Sayyidina, let's talk more about your vision for growth in the Archdiocese. What are the top two things that you are seeing that you would like to implement into your vision for immediate growth?
Our Archdiocese is growing by number and by ministries. So I hope, I have a vision to activate also spiritual life, to support spiritual life, monastic life, and at the same time fellowships, different fellowships in the Archdiocese. I have vision to publish new books which answer many of the concerns of our people now, and to have special publications for children, like the New Orthodox magazine for children, which I hope to have the first issue after the next Pascha.
This is called Joy Magazine,
yeah,
correct?
Joy Magazine.
And talk about that a little bit for the children. We'll have the pictures and games and lessons.
Yes, it is colorful, illustrated magazine. especially for the children, to know their faith, to play many games. Through these games, they can know many things about their faith. I published this magazine in Arabic since 1992 until 2014. We stopped because of the war of Syria. We couldn't continue. And during this time, with Sayyidina Philip, God rest his soul, I published 3 issues of this magazine in English for the Archdiocese of North America while I was in 2009 a Metropolitan of Huran, to offer something to this blessed Archdiocese. But because of the war and the post office, we couldn't later continue. So now, thank God, we are able and we are working. The team is ready and working hard. We hope to have 2 issues for this year, and from the next year to have 4 issues every year.
Beautiful. And the fellowships you mentioned, I know you met with medical professionals in the New York area.
I started with medical fellowship, but my vision is to have fellowships for all the professions and according to all ages of our people. We started with the medical fellowship. I mean by medical fellowship, all the people who work in the medical field, because it is easy for them to be collected and to be gathered, and at the same time, they can offer many things to the Archdiocese. I mean many things, not finance. No. Pastoral and services, and at the same time, they are ready for such fellowship. We have more than 2,000 doctors in the Archdiocese, at least. Yeah. At least. So there are many and who are ready
and that's
to have fellowship.
And that's
for
just
this
doctors.
reason, we started by them.
Yeah, that's just doctors, you were saying. So there's even more nurses,
yes,
pharmacists, and so many more.
Yes.
And then perhaps one of their duties is, in addition to supporting each other, they could advise you and the clergy about the most pressing medical issues that are impacting public health.
At the same time, through these fellowships, they can find answers for many questions and challenges from the Christian viewpoint, according to our faith, they face during their service and work. They need answers. So there are many things to be done. We are experienced now the beginning. When everything is okay and we start, I hope to generalize this experience for all the professions.
The clergy and laity of our Archdiocese are yearning for monastic life. They want monasteries. They want actual physical places where monks and nuns live as a source of spiritual refreshment. What is the latest update you can offer us on your vision for monasteries and for their opening?
I hope. Now I'm talking about something to be done soon. I hope we can start the first monastery according to the Byzantine Rite in Memphis in the next summer. We have land there. We can start as a monastery, and at the same time we have small church and some small houses around. It is good to start a monastery there. At the same time, in the monastic life, monks and nuns, I mean people who are more important. If you have a very beautiful building as a monastery, but you have no monk or nun, you have nothing. You have a building, not monastic life. Yeah. Thank God there is a monk in the Archdiocese who left since 1995 and lived in the monasteries of Lebanon and Syria more than 1 year, and later he lived in the Holy Mountain of Assos for 6 years as a novice and became monk there. His Beatitude, Patriarch Yohanna, was an abbot at that time. He advised him, after his visiting of the monasteries, to live in one monastery, and he advised him to go to this monastery where his Beatitude was ordained a monk in St. Paul Monastery in Athos. And later he came back to America. I think now it is time, as you say, that many of our faithful in the Archdiocese are yearning for monastic life. And I see that there are many Antiochian nuns and monks in different monasteries of different jurisdictions in the United States and Canada. So, as we say, the soil, spiritual soil of the Archdiocese is ready now for monastic life. So, I hope we can start this monastery soon, in the next summer. So I have another plan. I am working with some engineers now to have a plan for a new building as a monastery in the Antiochian village. As many of you know, that I invited Mother Macrina to the convention in the last summer to know our Archdiocese and to see our Archdiocese as it is on the ground. To encourage her, may she send us some nuns from her monastery, because there are about 30 nuns now. And at the end of her visit, she was so encouraged and promised me, when we have a place for them, to send us some of the nuns to start monastic life for nuns. And she advised me that she preferred one piece of land of the Antiochian village. Now we are working to have a plan to be good monastery there. Maybe after the next summer, the plan is ready, and may we start by the support of all our people.
And so when you are planning to start these monasteries in the summertime, are we looking maybe at 2025, maybe next year, or maybe as soon as this year, or it's unsure at this point?
If the plan is ready and we have good support to start, I hope we need not more than 2 years. At the end of 2025 or in 2026.
His Beatitude Patriarch John said at the convention in Phoenix last summer, I'm going to paraphrase here, if you want more monasteries, give us your children. And there was, in that room, a silence right after he said that. This, of course, matches the words that you just said. We need monks and nuns in order to have monasteries.
Yes.
So how do you inspire people to consider the monastic life? It is unusual. Of course, society always tells us, go get married. I got married. You, of course, stayed celibate. Yes. Do you have any inspiring words that you can give to people who are considering the monastic life?
The matter, Deacon, is not to inspire them by words. The matter is, the more we have spiritual families who live their faith spiritually and deeply in their houses, the more we have monks and nuns and priests. And priests. The more we have spiritual parishes, spiritual priests, the more we have monks and nuns and priests. Monastic life is not a job or function or profession. It is a vocation, like priesthood. When you see nuns or monks who live in peace, in joy, in prayer, they inspire you. The Holy Spirit touch us and push us to have this life and to be monks or nuns or priests. It's vocation. So we need the Holy Spirit. So the more, for this reason, I said in the beginning, when you asked me, the soil of the Archdiocese is ready now to accept and to encourage the monastic life.
So then, basically, as we have more and more churches, we get more and more churches with clergy and laity who find the life of holiness. It's the same concept for monasteries. The more we have, the more we can have.
We need to spiritualize our churches more. We have high accent of administrative, of finance accent, of social, but not in spiritual social activities. So we need to spiritualize also our churches and our parishes, our activities.
As you have said, and you have quoted St. John Chrysostom, the liturgy continues after the liturgy.
Yes, this statement, I love it.
Definitely. Another thing that everyone is yearning for, and I know you've heard this across your travels, more auxiliary bishops across the Archdiocese.
Yes, of course, the Archdiocese needs. I am convinced completely by this. But this issue is very important. Because it is very important, we need to prepare the way for bishops, good bishops, to play their roles. To say we need bishop, it's easy. But how you find bishop, how this bishop can work, how we provide and support this bishop financially. This is also very important things. I don't want more disappointment in the Archdiocese. And I don't want more disappointed people. And let me be so frank, to talk frankly, I don't want more disappointed bishops in the Archdiocese. So I think you understand what I mean. For this reason, I want the future bishops of the Archdiocese to be experts also in their ministry before they become bishops. For this reason, I say we need some time to prepare. I don't mean by sometimes we are waiting. No, we are working. Working to have more candidates and to have experienced candidates, to have successful ministry of bishops. Another reason, the budget of the Archdiocese has four sources.
Four sources.
The assessment of the parishes, the interest income of the endowments, which thank God they are raising the endowments. So, but we cannot spend the endowments because we lose them through time and we lose the interest. We use the interests, the income of them.
Yes.
And St. Ignatius order and the benefactors of the Archdiocese who offer donation for them. So we need to dedicate special budget for every ministry in the Archdiocese. We cannot stay spending from the whole budget for our departments, for our ministries. We need to have time to have special income for communication center.
That's right.
Special income for Christian education center. At the same time, special income for the bishops, because we should look for future, near future. Yeah. Now we have 3 retired bishops. After some years, not many years, because of the age, we have at least 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Then, if we need, and we need, we have 7 bishops or 6 bishops for the Archdiocese auxiliary, in addition to the Metropolitan. That means we should feed 13 or 12 or 14 bishops. Yeah. We need a great budget. We need income consecrated, dedicated, especially for this ministry. Yeah. For this ministry. We work also to have something like that in the in the near future. I am working to prepare the way for this ministry because we need it. I tell our people and our faithful whenever I go, I love you so much. I want to be with you all the time, but I cannot be everywhere. The Archdiocese, thank God, is very huge and is growing.
Yeah.
We have many missions, and now we are working to open new missions. We are able to open many missions. Now new missions for Spanish people and for speaking Arabic people and for speaking English people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are thirsty for Orthodox spirituality and for Orthodox faith, and at the same time, our Archdiocese, because it is Antiochian, it opened the door easily and joyfully for the people. They feel that they are at home in our Archdiocese. So we need income for these missions at the same time. We cannot spend from what we have, because we spend for some departments, and later we have a department we need to spend. We have not enough income for this year. We need to organize our budgets and our income for each ministry. For example, now we need many new departments or projects. For example, after the next Easter, God willing, we have a new center for the family in the Archdiocese. We'll start. They need $200,000 per year. This year, so we should find it. They are new. In the last years, we didn't have such amount of money for this ministry. It is a new ministry. Now, our families face challenges. We should protect our families. Yeah. So we need a new ministry. So we need many new ministries in the future to keep our Archdiocese strong and spiritual and one family.
Unified for sure. And of course, as everyone knows, the auxiliary bishops assist in the administration and, of course, the pastoral and spiritual care of the clergy and laity across the Archdiocese. Is there anything that, of course, we need to continue to give of our time and our talents and our treasure to help the Archdiocese, to help everyone. But is there one or two things that we can do in the meantime to help you to grow all of these ministries and all of these departments and budgets and so forth?
We need the culture of integrity also to cooperate with each other. Not every department to be alone, the independent. We need to work together as one family, as one organization, each one in its field, but we integrate each other, not to be in front of each other or against each other. Yeah. This is another challenge we have in the Archdiocese.
But this sounds to me like it's a very easy one to fix, because it only involves people reaching out to one another.
Yes.
Talking and communicating.
Yes. It's very easy to talk.
Yeah.
It's very easy to describe, but not easy to find solution every time.
Well, I will offer you that. As far as communication is concerned, I will come up with all the plans with your blessing to distribute to all of our clergy, our laity, our parishes, our departments, our organizations, our ministries, everything to help you in this regard. Because when we have integration, and you know this, we don't have redundancy. We don't have competition. We have the healthy collaboration to be the body of Christ.
Yes.
So we stand ready to help you with this, Sayedna.
Thank you. And for this reason, we have this interview.
That's right.
So all the Archdiocese hear our challenges, our visions, our needs, and then they involved.
Yes, they all work together, and they know how to be involved together. Yes. This has been a beautiful time, Sayedna Saba, with these two interviews that we have done, this two-part interview, I should say. Is there anything else you'd like to say in closing to all of your clergy and your laity?
I want to say to all of our faithful, clergy and laity, that we are one family. We are one church. So each one of us needs to work and to serve according to his talent, to his gift, to his ability. Whatever his talent or ability, small. Mm-hmm. Don't hesitate and say to yourself that I have not a good or a great gift. I am not so rich. I am not so talented. Everyone have something to do. Yeah. I love this statement so much. Sanctity is not to do great things. Sanctity is to do small things with a great love.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you again, Sayed Saba, for spending this time with us today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, watching us in this wonderful special interview that we have had with His Eminence Metropolitan Saba. And Sayyidna, if you'll allow, please join us to watch this one last video for our interview segment that your children of your Archdiocese have produced for you today.
Thank you. Thank you.